It's time for the Fantasy Football Guys. Get ready to call. It's the Saturday Q&A show. Here they are, Lyle Conkeal and Kevin Moore, the Fantasy Football Guys.
Yes, we are the Fantasy Football Guys. Welcome to Saturday Q&A show. I'm Kevin Moore.
I'm Lyle Conkeal.
And we are the Fantasy Football Guys, streaming live on the YouTube channel, the FF Guys. I still hate that.
Everybody hates it.
Yeah, it's a pretty big club.
Nobody in the world likes it.
We're also audio-wise on SoundCloud. Search for the Fantasy Football Guys. Of course, the iTunes podcast app. On our own website, the Fantasy Football Guys, where you will find a forum of mostly awesome people. And a couple of a-holes, usually named Kevin and Lyle.
Right.
There you go. So check us out on the web where you find us, wherever you like. It is a call-in show today. You can call and speak with us, find out our thoughts on certain things. Not politics. We don't want to go down that road. But,
I mean, if somebody asks a question, I will answer it.
Right. False and probably wrongly.
Yes.
Because that's,
incorrectly.
Yeah. Well, depending on how you look at it.
Not exactly our Matt Forte.
Boo! Hey! Anyway, you can give us a call if you want to, 650-733-8334. That is 733-TFFG, area code 650. So the question is, was brought to Aqib Talib, how to stop Rob Gronkowski?
Yeah.
Answer, triple team him.
Yeah, put 3 bodies on him.
That's what you got to do.
I don't know that that'll work.
Well, the Bills kind of shut him down a little bit by doing that.
I guess. But then that's got to open up something.
Well, you'd figure, but see, the whole thing is, the thought process is, people are trying to figure out a way to stop these Patriots, right? Because they haven't been stopped yet.
Right.
So, okay, well, now we got a couple of hurt players. Deion Lewis is hurt, right?
Right.
Edelman's now out.
Yeah.
Amendola's banged up. He's may play, but he's banged up.
Yeah, make Brandon LaFell beat us.
Right, so let's rely on Mr. Dropsy out there on the outside. We'll triple cover Rob and see what happens.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad theory, I guess.
You got to do something.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Belichick will kill you.
Well.
And that dude Brady.
But I have to imagine, though, if teams start routinely triple teaming Gronkowski, the Patriots are just going to eat him alive.
Well,
historically, they haven't needed a bunch of talent to move the football.
Well, they only need talent in one spot, apparently.
Apparently, that quarterback position.
Yeah, exactly. Jerry Jones said putting Roma back on the field was worth the risk as they dropped to 3-8.
Yeah, why is it worth the risk?
I don't know. I guess figuring that if they could, somehow keep him upright and healthy, then perhaps they could win the division. Blah blah blah.
I mean, I guess it's possible because the division is so bad.
Well, yeah, they could have won it with a 9-7 record.
Yeah.
if they'd won out.
Yeah.
But now, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Matt Castle's the answer to your prayers.
They really just shouldn't let anyone win that division. They should just cancel.
Yeah. So you know what? We're gonna add another wild card from another division.
Yeah, because you guys just don't deserve to go to the playoffs.
It's not good.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got. No, this is a time of year where bad teams that might be looking for new coaches the media starts speculating about teams, coaches, teams that are not doing well. Maybe their coach wants to go. Now there's a report. Would the Dolphins be interested in Sean Payton? As far as I know, Sean Payton's got a gig.
Yeah, he's got a job.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Speaking of which, an Eagles assistant coach says Chip Kelly's not going anywhere. There's been speculation that he would either leave due to frustration or be fired due to frustration.
Lack of production and being horrible.
Yeah, all of those things. I know you hate Chip Kelly.
I do hate Chip Kelly. I really don't like him. I was optimistic when he came into the league because I thought his scheme was new and unique, and sometimes they work. His scheme just doesn't work, and all it does is tire his defense out because he can't move the football.
Right, 3 and outs, tire defense.
They're last
not the
and
opponents.
have been last in the league in time of possession for the past 3 years. And here's the thing, dude. It's one of the key statistics when you look at how do you win a football game. You hold on to the ball. Now, I know he thinks, we'll just outscore them, but he can't do it. So, and you can't tell me he doesn't have the personnel. So, yeah, I hate Chip Kelly's scheme. And I dislike him as a coach, too. I think he's a bit egotistical. All those guys are. If he was winning football games, I'm guessing I could tolerate that. But.
Well, winning is the best deodorant.
Yeah. It sure enough is, Kevin.
If you can go ahead and get the W,
yeah.
Then
I'd love Chip Kelly. I'd probably still hate his scheme, but if it worked.
Well, you would love the scheme if the scheme works.
I guess.
Any coach's scheme that actually works,
I guess.
It's worth liking.
The run and shoot worked sometimes, but I really didn't like it.
The chuck and duck.
The old chuck and duck.
If you're anything like me, you've procrastinated on your holiday shopping every single year of your life, but it's never too late to change that.
Never too late, but we all know one of the most stressful parts of holiday shopping is picking out cool gifts, Kevin.
We have a simple solution for you. Buy everybody on your list a sock subscription to Foot Cardigan, and they'll remember your top-notch gift game every single month.
Let's be honest. Santa's lazy. Dude works one night a year.
But if you buy your loved ones a sock subscription to Foot Cardigan, Santa's fat ass will get a serious workout.
That's because he'll be delivering amazing socks to your favorite person's mailbox every month.
And not just any socks, Lyle, but awesome, whimsical socks every single month.
So if your Secret Santa doesn't get you a Foot Cardigan subscription, ask for a redraw and then slap him in the face.
Serious smackdown. Seriously, though, subscriptions are just $9 a month.
You can go month to month or get 3, 6, 9, or even 12-month prepaid subscriptions.
Foot Cardigan even has socks for kids called Whippersnappers, and they get 2 pairs every month instead of just 1.
Sweet.
Get 10% off any Foot Cardigan subscription by going to footcardigan.com and entering promo code FANTASY during checkout.
Your favorite person will be reminded how amazing you are every single month.
Footcardigan.com, promo code FANTASY.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
All right. So, we have quite a few questions in the email. We have a few questions in the email. I think we have one on the website, too. And this is the time of the year, Kevin, when we're going to get a lot less questions because people are out of it.
Yeah, people have stopped trying for the playoffs. They know they're not going to make it.
Right.
And,
I anticipate we'll start getting some daily fantasy questions more than the season-long stuff. Because if you're in, you're kind of, you know what your lineup is. Bye weeks are over, so you're not struggling with...
Trade deadlines pass.
Yeah, you're not struggling with any of that kind of stuff. So, I anticipate that this Q&A show will start to get shorter and shorter throughout the... as we close in on the end of the season, but that's okay. If you got a question, general question, any kind of question, really.
This could be a 10-minute show.
Well, I hope it's not 10 minutes.
That would suck.
That would be pretty lame.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's worth coming to your house for 10 minutes, Kevin.
That's true.
But anyway.
Let me give the numbers again real quick. 650-733-8334 if you want to give us a call and get it in on the show.
Yeah.
So who are you going to email first?
Well, I figure we'll go to...
We have some leftovers from Wednesday.
We do, but they might be difficult because...
We'll give it a shot.
Well, let's start with this week's. I'm going to go with Dustin here. This came in today. So he says, "Sup, guys? I need a win each of my leagues, and I'll be set to make the playoffs in all 3.
Nice.
Good advice for the most part. Up to you.
Up to
this point from you, too. So here's my dilemma. He's got Hoyer or Dalton, Hoyer or Matty Ice. I'll tell you what. Hoyer's got a great matchup, right? He does. But, and Dalton's is horrendous. But this is very close. I think with the way Dalton's played lately, if this was the beginning of the season and it was the same scenario, I think you'd have to play Dalton. But I don't think he's auto anymore. So I think you can get away with getting cute and starting Hoyer this week.
Yeah, there's very few players at each position that are auto.
Well.
And Dalton ain't one of them.
He was, though.
At the beginning of the season, it was why fool around? Don't
we even
get
got
cute.
mad at people that kept asking us.
It's like, play Dalton.
Yeah, play Andy Dalton. But
you know what? If you go with Dalton against the Rams, I'm not going to fault you.
Right.
Not. But, if you're looking for the best matchup on the planet ever, put it this way. Kirk Cousins, with lesser wide receiver talent, had a great game against this New Orleans defense. Now, think about DeAndre Hopkins, Nate Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys, they're going to have real games. And it's not like the Texans have a real running game to speak of.
They don't.
Right.
At all.
So, in DraftKings, dude,
yeah,
I stacked Hoyer and DeAndre Hopkins in every league I'm in.
Yeah, because you're able to do that. Yeah, that's a totally valid play, I think. So I think it's clearly an easy start over Matt Ryan. Dalton's a little bit tougher, but I think it's still a good start.
Yeah, I would definitely roll both of those.
This email came in this morning, but there's people on the list that are already played, so we're going to leave those out. Pick 2 running backs in a flex. He's got D. Williams. Murray already played. Latavius Murray didn't.
Right.
Yeldon, Brown, and Sammy Watkins.
Let me tell you something. Yeldon going up against the 32nd ranked
sounds good
defense.
to me.
I'm playing him. That's one.
Yep. I think you have to play Latavius too.
Right.
John Brown's still limited in practice. I'd love to play him. So I think that's your 3.
Yeah, I think if he plays, if he's active and starts, he's definitely the play. And I assume Jay Brown is John Brown, not Jerron Brown.
Right. And then if not, I guess it would be DWill.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, I had such high hopes for him when Bell went down.
Yeah. Pick one. He has James Jones. He has
Already
Funchess and
played.
LaFell. Right. So hopefully you got that.
You know what? Yeah, hopefully he didn't play Jones. 'Cause, well, he and everybody else on the Green Bay Packers dropped the winning touchdown.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I
Man.
feel terrible
That
for
team
Aaron
is falling
Rodgers.
apart, man.
They are, dude. Devontae Adams dropped one. Jones, well, a good play was made on him.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I
Those
would
were done.
probably roll a fell here.
yeah, me too.
I mean, I like Funchess' future. Funchess?
Funch?
Anyway, I like his future, but don't like this game necessarily. Well, he already played,
He already
too.
played.
So,
He played.
so I guess if you played one of those guys,
Yeah, hopefully you didn't.
Yeah.
I probably would have rolled the dice on LaFell. Although, to be perfectly honest, it would have been a tough call between him and James Jones at this point.
yeah, if we had this beforehand.
Right, would have been a rough go. Start two wide receivers, two running backs, and a flex. Once again, he has people that have already played, so hopefully we can help him outside of that. He has Murray and Stewart. They both played already. Rawls, Latavius Murray, John Brown, Amari Cooper, Julio Jones, and Brandon LaFell.
Well, if we pretend like we got this list before the Thursday games, I would have played J-Stu.
Yeah, me too.
I would have played Rawls.
Yep.
Receivers would have been Julio Jones, of course, and Amari Cooper. And I probably would flex.
Either John Brown or Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
Probably Brown if he plays. If not, it would be Latavius.
That's how I would have gone.
Okay. Going to have to bench a few guys, but potentially says, thanks, let's go, Pats. Ew.
Well.
Ew.
Oh, wait, there's a picture down below.
Yeah,
Let's
it
see-
is.
Let's see what we got.
It's a photo.
Yeah, for some reason.
No.
Oh, there we go. Need to do this. And then I can double click. And
Oh, look at you.
oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a cheerleader. Patriots cheerleader.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all cheerleaders are really hot, kind of
Well,
by definition.
Yeah, it's not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
650-733-TFFG. This show's reminding me of our first show.
Yeah, when nobody called.
Nobody called,
It's
yeah.
all right. I mean, we'll answer some questions and get out of here early. That's fine with me.
That's what we do. New York Giants, NYG Boys 72 says, 1 PPR for all. Hopefully, you guys didn't go through and answer my questions from Wednesday.
Well, we might have, but if not, let's do it again.
Try it
It's
again.
a totally
Pick
different
one.
show.
Martavis Bryant, Manny Sanders, or Alan Hearns. We'll give them different answers, I'm sure.
We probably will at this point.
Alan
God,
Hearns.
That is really sickly
Well,
difficult, man.
it is. You know what? Manny Sanders has been banged up. Didn't roll last week.
It's tough if he doesn't. If he plays, it's tough to not play him.
It is tough.
It's tough to not play Martavis Bryant.
It is, yeah. Why do we only have to pick one? This is some BS.
I think this is an amazing problem to have. You know what, Manny Sanders, I'll throw him out just because of the Osweiler situation. So
Okay, yeah.
okay, I can discount him there. Hearns and Bryant, who has a better matchup? Let's see. All right, Hearns is playing the 5th ranked Chargers defense against wide receivers. It's a little bit misleading because they're so bad against the run that people don't throw as much against them. But, again, on paper it's a bad matchup, but dude,
Bryant's up against the
he was
Seahawks.
up against the Seahawks, so I think that you have to.
Well, the good news is he probably won't see a whole lot of Richard Sherman. Because Brown's going to be
That's
seeing
true,
Sherman.
and the other thing is, I mean, he's been. It's not like that defense hasn't been eaten up lately, too.
That's true.
So I think, given those circumstances, I'll go with Hearns.
Yeah, I like Hearns. He scored in like 7 straight. He got the goose
The
egg
previous
last
one he
week.
didn't, yeah, right, but he had scored in 7
Yeah.
straight games. So
Pick one: Buck Allen, Diggs, or Gates.
not Gates.
No.
Do I have to play Buck Allen here?
I'm not down on Diggs yet. I think he's still going to play well.
I'm not down on him either, but he's got a terrible matchup against the Falcons.
Well, I look at it like this. I mean, I think Buck Allen's a good player. But here's the thing: the starter didn't do well in front of him. Why is he going to step in and start getting points?
Browns are real bad against skill positions, though.
I'm going Diggs.
I'm going with Buck Allen.
There you go. AJ Green or Stevie Johnson.
AJ Green.
AJ Green, right? Pick one: Rashard Matthews, Ahmad Bradshaw, or Carlos Williams.
Carlos Williams. IMO.
It's a PPR. Yeah, I'm still going to go Carlos Williams. He finds the end zone every week, apparently.
Sure does.
Pick one: Buck Allen, Latavius Murray, Ahmad Bradshaw.
I think you got to play Murray there.
I think you do. Thanks for all the helps, guys. Always good advice. Listen to the X's and Y's pod today for the first time because you guys said you were on.
Awesome.
And it seems like another good podcast to listen to.
It is a good podcast.
They are. Yeah. Anything with. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about John, but his I follow him on Twitter, and his
Yeah.
advice seems to be sound.
It's in line with what we do.
And I'll listen to anything Liz is on. So,
Right.
So it's always great advice, and thanks for adding another show I can listen to on a weekly basis. Next year, it's going to be even better.
Yeah, there's going to be lots of other stuff.
Next year, we're going to add
Plus, we got the hockey show if you're into that. We're going to have a baseball show if you're into that.
Yeah.
We're going to do a music show,
Yeah,
like
we're
a
gonna
music
have that.
insider cast.
and a creepy story show.
Yeah, kind of a story about.
So you're going to be sick of us if you're not already.
Yeah.
Yeah, next year we're thinking about adding a Tuesday free agent pickup waiver wire show.
Right, and then like a Thursday Twitter thing that's just going to be on YouTube. Those two will just be on YouTube. Although we might release them as podcasts. too.
Yeah, I think we.
I don't know.
We have to
We'll
talk
see.
about that, but we're planning on expanding the universe as it
Yeah,
were.
we're going to do all kinds of stuff.
Derek is in New York. Let's talk to him. What's going on, Derek?
What's up, man?
Going on, fellas? How you guys doing?
All right.
Doing fabulously. How's it going, man?
Good. How was the Thanksgiving? It was good?
I mean, lots of food and lots of beer, and
Yeah.
lots of football. Everything except for the Eagles game was awesome.
Yeah, the Eagles game
Them
screwed
Eagles,
us.
Yeah.
How was yours, man?
It
Good.
must suck. We can't complain. It was good. It was pretty good. It's pretty good.
Good.
So
Thanks, man.
I got a few questions. So I got Jameis Winston or Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles haven't been doing too good for me lately. Jameis Winston, he had a good game last week. I'm kind of confused which one to play.
Well, last week Jameis Winston came up against that juggernaut that's the Philadelphia Football Eagles.
I'm not willing to sign off on them just yet. Bortles has he has an average matchup against the Chargers. They're right middle of the pack, but that defense is actually pretty bad. Winston has a very good matchup against the Colts, but I just don't trust him yet. So I think the play is Bortles. I mean, you can roll the dice on Winston here, but he can totally screw the pooch on you.
Yeah, I mean, if you take out the Eagles game, and I know you can because he played it and he did well. Last 4 games, he had 1 TD outside of the Eagles game.
Yeah.
He had 6 in his last 4, and 5 of them were in one game.
He ran for 3 in that span.
He's there
but-
for like 3 up there.
Yeah,
Right.
well, that's good too. But if we're talking about when you say Bortles hasn't done well for you, how has he had like 3 down weeks? Or?
I mean, he's been.
Last week he gave like 8 points last week because in my league, our sack is a -1.
Yeah, well,
He got sacked 4 times last week. Yeah, he's actually been sacked 13 times in the past 3 games.
it kind of sucks that the quarterback gets charged for that. But
Yeah, it's not fair. But he's thrown quite a bit of picks lately too. So I can see your trepidation there.
which way are you leaning, man?
If sacks go against you though, I might roll the dice here
Yeah.
because that's one thing that Winston's not having a huge problem with are sacks. I mean,
Exactly.
he's been sacked 3 times in the past 3 games.
What's your record, Derek?
I am 6-4, and I have to win my last 2 games to make it to the playoffs.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that's I have a tight end situation too. I have a tight end situation, a wide receiver. I'm thinking Watson from New Orleans or Gilmore from the Ravens. Now Schwab, we don't know what Schwab is going to do coming out. We don't know how he's going to look like. Watson, he's really up and down with New Orleans. So I don't know, how to even look at that.
Well, I think I don't have a problem with going Crockett Gilmore here. New quarterback comes in, he's going to look for the guy. I mean, he's the only red zone target they really have.
True.
Whereas, New Orleans has lots of weapons. So, I mean, last week he caught 5 passes for 101 yards. The week before that and the game before that, he had touchdowns in each of those. So I think it's okay to roll the dice on Crockett here. As for your quarterback situation it's real close. I think that the losing points for sacks kind of bumps me into the Jameis Winston category.
Yeah. You were talking about not trusting Jameis Winston. At this point, with the way Bortles has been scoring, I don't really trust him either.
Yeah.
So Jameis has the hot hand. He's going to come in confident.
There's a better
as hell.
matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's okay to start him.
So as far as my wide receiver, I have Demaryius Thomas, Landry, Allen Robinson.
Who was that second one?
Demaryius Thomas and Landry for Dolphins.
Oh,
Landry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, Landry, and I have Cooks, and I have Cooks.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, Cooks has
From
been
New
blowing
Orleans.
up of late.
And what? You need one?
I need to. One of them has to be on the bench. I
Landry.
don't know which one should I put on the bench.
Landry.
Landry. I know DWill Rivers is not playing this week, so I was thinking Landry. He probably have a good game.
I hear you.
against the Jets.
Demarius is just so damn good. And
Yeah,
and the Jets defense is they're still good without Revis. So
Well, let's go the other way. Let's not talk about who to sit. Let's talk about who to play. I
well,
think,
Brandon Cooks is a
I
definite.
think Brandon Cooks is a definite in. Do you agree with that, Derek?
Yeah, definitely. Very good.
Yeah. So let's look at Demarius.
I mean, the guy averages 87 yards a game. He's only got one touchdown in his last four, but he does catch quite a few passes, and he is facing a pretty loose defense in the Patriots. They give up just over 24 points a game to fantasy wide receivers. It's a really good matchup. Listen, man, I'm not saying that Brock Osweiler is the answer, but they're going to have to throw in this game, and he's their best option by far, especially if Manny Sanders is down.
And this is a PPR league, by the way, too.
Yeah, well, that kind of moves Landry up a little bit, but still, that's still a very stingy defense. You know, I worry about that matchup there. I think you have to roll Demarius. He's got a much higher ceiling.
Yeah, it's tough to sit Landry because he can have a real good game and has, but you got to sit one of these great guys. Good drafting, by the way, on all of these.
Yeah, definitely was.
Yeah, but you caused yourself a weekly problem, didn't you?
Yeah, unless it was unless they had a bye, then it was even good.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I would definitely roll with Landry on the bench there. It's a tough call, but
Yeah, I think that with similar matchups, they catch a similar number of passes. Demarius is slightly higher in yards over the past four, so I think it's really close. But I think I would go with the higher ceiling on Demarius and hope that this game turns into some kind of shootout. Because I don't think the Jets Miami game will turn into a shootout.
no, I don't really see that happening.
Yeah, and Allen Robinson is a definitely start for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't bench that dude, like ever.
yeah,
Especially with PPR. Yeah, he's amazing.
So I'm gonna give a go for Crockett Gilmore too. By the way,
Okay.
Watson because Watson he had so much good games for the past few weeks. So.
Yeah, he's up and down, and the reason is they just have so many weapons on that team. Whereas you look at the team like the Ravens, they don't have any weapons.
yeah. But when Watson's up, he's way up.
He is very good. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, D.
All right, guys. Thanks, man. I just appreciate it, man.
Absolutely,
All right,
man.
Have a good one. Thanks, man. Thanks for calling.
All right, you too, man. All right.
See. Yeah, I like hearing from him every week. Man.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I like it.
You get regular callers and stuff.
I like it. Tom is in PA. What's going on, Tom?
Hey, how's it going, fellas? You have a good Thanksgiving?
Lots of turkey, lots of beer, car bombs. It was beautiful.
Yeah, wonderful, good times, man.
Yep, that's as it should be.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, I'm in my weekly quandary. You guys, I didn't get to call last weekend and lost in both leagues, so I'm going to change that here.
Yeah, if you'd called us, you'd have lost even worse.
Yeah, right.
Probably. You know what, with the mediocre
you guys
advice
helped
and
a
all.
lot.
All right. What's going on today?
All right, league number one. It's decimated by injuries, but I still have a chance. I've got my flex, either T.Y. Hilton or Vincent Jackson. Not great options, but I know.
No, they're both pretty gross.
Well,
Yeah.
So, how much do we trust this Bucs offense, man? Because we're getting a lot of questions about it right now, and I don't want to keep recommending.
yeah. Well, the thing is, T.Y. in his last 3 games is averaging just under 40 yards and doesn't have a touchdown.
Oh,
so
dude.
I have no trust in that.
No, absolutely. But it's still T.Y. Hilton. He's, pretty good. I mean, you have to consider him.
You do.
You know what I mean?
Vince Jackson, 4 for 56 and a touchdown
It
against
was his last. That was his
Eagles.
last game against the Eagles. I mean, before that, he was he didn't play since October, so we really don't have a lot of data on him.
Yeah.
He had one big game against Carolina, but really the rest of the year he's sucked.
To put a fine point on it.
Yeah, I think I have to start T.Y. Hilton here.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's who I had.
Yeah.
The quarterback situation there makes me a little bit nervous. I mean, if it was Hasselbeck from 10 years ago, yeah, absolutely love the wide receiver. But yeah, I think it's a squint start, man. You got to squint an eye and put in Ty.
Yeah.
Right.
And don't go looking.
No,
if
that's where I
you
was
go
going.
looking all day tomorrow, you're going to hurt yourself, man. Just wait till the end and then go look and see how bad it was.
Yeah.
I got it. In the other league, flex, we can flex two. I'm deciding between we've got Amari Cooper, D'Angelo Williams, Gio Bernard, and Martavis Bryant. So I can pick two of those four.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, traded well, but still, I'm losing. I've lost 5 times to that team's highest score of the week, each and every time.
So I think we can sit Gio.
Do you?
Yeah, I think we can sit Gio. With those other players, I think
Did you
we
say
can
it's
sit Gio.
PPR?
It is PPR.
All right, he's got 16 catches in his last 4 games. So that's 4 points a game we're losing if we bench him.
Yeah.
So I think we can afford to sit him.
I don't hate Martavis Bryant. Yeah, it's the Seahawks, but he's the number 2 receiver. I see him having a good game.
And he's played well lately.
I think in Seattle or Pittsburgh.
They're playing in Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah.
So because of that, though, I think we can sit DWill.
Yes.
Because they're the second-ranked run defense in the NFL.
Right.
But he's been so damn good. Like, I mean, yeah, he didn't have a great game against Cleveland, which was shocking.
Right.
But the week before that against Oakland, he had 170 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he clocked another 55 through the air. How do you freaking bench that guy?
I don't think you do.
Right.
What was the other option? Jesus Christ.
I had Cooper, Bryant, Gio, D'Angelo.
Okay. So all right. So I guess the question is it Amari Cooper or is it D'Angelo Williams? I mean,
Yeah, I've been 20 times this week. I've been trying different lineups, and
I mean, Cooper's got he's got an average matchup. He's averaging 50 yards a game. He's got a touchdown in his last 4. So here's the thing, man. That's not a huge amount of production, right? So I think if we're benching him, we're benching 60 yards and a touchdown at max. You know, roughly.
Right.
Roughly. If we bench DWill, we could be potentially benching a lot more. And even if he has an average game, he's going to get a similar number of points to Amari Cooper's rough ceiling. So I think DWill's ceiling's much higher. I think we have to roll the dice on DWill in this situation. That's my logic. It's loose, but that's what I'm going with.
It
it's
makes
good
sense.
logic, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
just
know.
the number of touches alone and screen passes. You
Right.
never know. They're an aggressive defense.
Right.
He could get a lot of touches. Tough decisions. Just I always sit the wrong guy, and he blows up on my bench.
Yeah, well, it probably happened this week too, pal.
So who do we
Yeah, I'm
ended
sure
up
it will.
we ended up advising 2 Steelers against Seattle. Is that what we did? Bryant and
We
DWill?
just did that, yeah.
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 Good luck, bro.
I'm a Steeler fan. I'm a Steeler fan too, so it's not hard to want to do that. But,
Right.
You
yeah,
don't
that's a
want to
little
just
rough.
throw that bias in either. But thank you, fellas. Helpful as always.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, man.
Good luck,
Have
man.
a good
All
one.
right. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Oh, man. I can't believe we just did that.
That's kind of rough.
Sometimes the logic leads you down a weird path, Kevin.
And you know what? In many cases, the logic bites you in the ass.
It can.
Yeah.
Bite you in the ass. Any more phone calls out there?
Not at the moment.
All right. Let's go to David in the email.
All right.
He says, hey, guys, love the show on YouTube.
Hey.
Well, there you go, pal.
What's up, man?
It's for you, man. So many good wide receivers I can't choose. Pick 2. It's a PPR. Larry Fitz, Allen Robinson, and Mike Evans. And Kevin, this isn't even close. And it's amazing, but it's still not close. You definitely sit Mike Evans. I know it sounds crazy, but when you have Larry Fitzgerald and Allen Robinson, Mike Evans isn't in the conversation.
Yeah, the funny thing is,
Right?
you look at this, you go, you can't sit any of them.
Yeah.
So you have to sit one of them. Okay,
Right.
let's look at it this way. It's not going to be Larry Fitzgerald.
Nope.
You can't sit Allen Robinson.
Nope.
You can't sit Mike Evans,
But
but you have to sit Mike
you have
Evans.
to sit Mike Evans.
Yeah.
Says non-fantasy question. What's up with the stupid Thursday night football uniforms? It's getting hard to watch. Well,
Yeah, every time they say those names,
yeah.
the uniforms, the Nike, blah, blah, yeah, it's money.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
cash. And Nike's trying to get their name on because they weren't on. Nobody was saying Nike uniforms. Now they are saying Nike
Now they're saying it,
uniforms.
yeah.
So now it's about the money. Of course,
Right.
It's the
All
NFL.
about that. All about that money,
It's
yo.
cash. Yeah.
All right. Jason says, quick one for you today. Need an RB2 PPR. One,
right.
Kevin. Lamar Miller, D'Angelo Williams, Eddie Lacy, and Buck Allen.
Eddie played all right.
Yep, he did. He was okay. But if let's say he's out of the conversation,
DWill.
Wow. Oh. With Lamar Miller there, man, I think I can justify sitting DWill against the second-ranked defense. I mean, he doesn't have a great matchup. The Jets are 6th ranked, but the guy's got 4 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
Last 4 games, 37-yard average.
Yeah, he's on the ground. He's got another 44 through the air.
Mm-hmm.
He's also rocking 44 touches in those games, so that's not that great. It's about 10.
44
ground touches, so about 15 touches a game, I guess. Yeah.
See, the thing is, they also have Jay Ajayi who's coming in and getting 15, 17 carries, touches a game.
All right, let's go DWill.
So
a lot of touchdowns, though.
There are some touchdowns there.
You know, he didn't score against Philly or Dallas, but he scored it through the air against Philly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
There you go.
DWill it is again, I guess.
Right.
So he's going to get like a yard. This dude wrote us twice. So
you did you skip Laura down there?
I don't. Did you click on Laura before I got to it?
No.
Oh, you want me to do Laura?
Sure. Don't want to miss her.
Okay. Laura says, I really need your help. I'm currently in 4th place, 6-5, and I'm playing the best team, 10-1 in the league. This week I would love to beat them. It is standard 10-team league. Pick one. Oh God, I hope you started Matty Stafford.
Yeah, I hope you did. 5 TDs.
But I would have. It wouldn't have been close for me. I would have definitely started Drew Brees.
Yeah.
So it's Stafford versus Brees, and there's See, I hate answering these after the fact, but Golden Tate versus Philly, John Brown, Brandon Cooks, Devontae Adams, Willie Snead, and Ruben Randall. I would have said Brown, Cooks, and probably Adams because of the amount of looks he gets. That's the way I would have went. Probably wouldn't have worked out, but I would not have started Golden Tate, Willie Snead, or Ruben Randall. Do you agree?
Yeah, I probably would have gone Devontae Adams as well. But, with hindsight being keen and all, I'd say, Willie Snead.
I know. Pick 2. Eddie Lacy's in there. Unfortunately, he already played. Dougie Martin at Indianapolis.
Like
Devonta Freeman, Ronnie Hillman, Eddie Lacy, and Jeremy Hill. What's Freeman's status right now? Let me check that. He's ruled out. So he is officially out for the game. I don't think he was the other day.
So I'd probably play Martin,
Hillman,
and probably would have played Lacy. But if you didn't play him, I would play Hillman.
Then we can play. I would play Martin and Hillman. Yeah, I probably would have played Lacy as well, but Martin and Hillman is totally fine.
Now we have a flex.
Now we have a flex from the leftovers. It would have been Lacy if you didn't play him. Then let's go Jeremy Hill. Pick one. Oh yeah, so that's it. Happy Thanksgiving. Straight cash homies.
So wait, you take Jeremy Hill as your flex?
We don't really have anybody left.
We have receivers.
Oh.
Yeah, I might have played Willie Snead.
I wouldn't play with. No, I'd play Jeremy Hill.
Ugh.
Maybe
just a couple of touchdowns last week would have taken me there.
Yeah.
Her team name is the Straight Cash Homies.
Well, that's pretty good.
I guess.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So Brett says, I think we got a phone call coming in too, buddy.
Yeah, we do.
Brett says, I require some advice for my 10-team standard league. First off, I need a wide receiver 3 choice between Danny Amendola or Deshaun Jackson. Additionally, I have a number of okay running backs with relatively equal matchups that I would like you to comment on. All right, let's do the wide receiver 3 first. Deshaun Jackson or Danny Amendola. Now, Amendola's banged up, so let's assume that he plays.
I would play Amendola if he plays.
It's standard, though. It's not a PPR. I think I might play Deshaun Jackson.
Based on what?
I'm
not going to disagree.
His ability to score a touchdown, maybe.
Okay.
Because it's a standard. He don't get points per reception, so that's what D-Jax does. He catches 4 passes.
Right. Well, 3.3. Yeah. So let's see. In the last, the games he's been back, we'll say.
Yeah.
I hate pop-up ads. All right. Dude's caught 10 passes in those 3 games.
Yep, for 49 yards a game and 1 TD.
In a TD.
Well, I mean, I think the good thing about Amendola is he catches a lot of passes, but that's irrelevant in a PPR.
Right, but when you catch passes, you start accumulating yards.
His last 4, he's averaging 58 a game with no TDs. Now, granted, he's in a different role. He's banged up. I'm starting Deshaun Jackson.
I have no logical reason to disagree with you, but I don't think
Oh, dude, I'm not saying it feels good. Just saying you do it. Okay, so the running backs he wants us to comment on. Gore, Latavius Murray, Rawls, Forte, and he has waiver claims in for Spencer Ware and Javarius Allen.
Well, Forte
He already played. And it really is sort of it's up for debate now whether or not he's a regular start, because they recognize that Jeremy Langford is a badass and he's going to get the ball.
And Forte did have, I think, 3 more carries than Langford did.
Right. But
now, whether that persists
he
going
caught
forward.
one pass, though.
Yeah.
And that was alarming to me.
Well, I've seen reports, and it's the media, so who knows if it's true or not, that the club recognizes that Langford is their future and Forte is expendable because of Langford. But for this year, I think Forte, they're going to continue to use both of these guys.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
Gore is badly hurt and may not play. So he's still a game time right now. So, really can't comment on that. I mean, if he plays, I don't have a problem playing him in that matchup. It's okay.
Yeah. How many are we looking for here, 2?
No. He just wants us to comment on the matchups.
Oh, I see.
Latavius Murray, again, another situation where it's, it's average. But I think that, I don't know. Like I'm grasping for all this loose logic over and over again. And the bottom line is I really don't have a compelling reason to start him because he hasn't done like a whole lot. I mean, he gets the ball a lot, but he's averaging like 70 yards a game. He's got 1 TD in his last 4, and he's playing the Titans, who are 4th. I think that's a sit. It's not like he's auto. He's not matchup proof. That one's a sit for me. Rawls would be totally obvious a play. He's a number of waiver claims in for Spencer Ware and Javarius Allen. Buck Allen is average. And he's on a very bad offense, so I'm not a huge fan. Spencer Ware looked like he was pretty good, but he was, like 4th on the depth chart for a reason, and Jarkendrick West is going to be back. So Spencer Ware might be a guy you can play another week, but West is pretty damn good. So I would expect him to get the lion's share of the carries, or the chief share, rather. I need to play 2 and can flex more if you like him more than Gronk. Don't like anybody more than Gronk. So thanks, as always, guys. So hopefully we answered a question there.
At least one. So let's roll here for Juicebox. Our boy Juice is
calling in.
Is up in the call thing there. What's going on, Juicebox?
Old Captain Hyphen.
Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving belatedly.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
You too, brother.
2 days later.
What's going on, man?
All right, so I've been a little distracted this last week and a half or so. So I haven't been paying as much attention as I normally would. So I was going to run through a couple questions here with you guys. So if it's the majority of my lineup, forgive me, please, but I'm seeking your excellent advice.
Thank you.
Okay, so currently I'm putting Rivers in against Jacksonville, but is it worth switching him off for Breeze at Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, an opportunity to play Breeze is something to be looked at with joy.
Yeah, I think you have to play Drew Brees there.
Okay.
I mean, the guy's averaging, what, 4?
Had a few surprises, the last couple of weeks.
He's got 370 and 12 TVDs in the last 3 games. Now, granted, one of those games was a 450-yard, 7-touchdown performance, or whatever it was. But Breeze is still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So I think you have to play him, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
his bad game is 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Right.
So,
Right.
definitely roll him.
Yeah. And Rivers' matchup isn't that great or as well either. So, all right. So I'm starting AP in Atlanta, but I need to start either McCoy, Miller, or Bernard. But I'm assuming Bernard is kind of off the list already anyway. So.
Listen, the Bills have a terrible matchup, but you're playing Shady.
Yeah, it's hard to sit Miller there, but...
Dude, Shady McCoy is one of the few running backs in the NFL that's averaging over 100 yards a game on the ground.
Yeah, you can't say no to that.
So,
Well, he did well against New England, too, twice this year, actually.
Yeah.
So, I'm not super scared of them against Kansas City. Kansas City at home, they're always a lot tougher, but...
Yep. It's not a great matchup, but
I
I cannot see a reason why you would sit him.
Yeah, and Shady's averaging 100 yards per game over the last 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know if he's doing that for the year.
No. He's one of the few running backs in the NFL. Sorry, over the last couple games.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just wanted to make sure that we're correct there. Didn't want to have the Twitterverse go off on you.
You're right.
I'm here for you, pal.
You're right. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so currently I've got Marshall in versus Miami and Cooper at Tennessee, but Benjamin at Baltimore feels really good to play. The only thing is when Manziel's playing, he does a lot better. But with Manziel not playing this week, is Benjamin a play over those other two, over Cooper or Marshall?
Not Marshall. Amari Cooper, we can have a conversation because Travis Benjamin has such a wonderful matchup.
He does.
It's really juicy. But the guy's got 13 receptions in his past 3 games. I mean, I think Cooper's going to be a bigger part of the offense. I mean, Benjamin has maybe a higher upside, but I think Cooper's a far safer play. And I would probably play Amari Cooper.
Well, I think it's funny that when the better quarterback is in, the best wide receiver on the team does poorer.
Well, because he throws to Barnage.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He hits Gary up.
Which is why I love me some Barnage.
Me too, man. Love that guy. Like to have him over
I traded for Cooper. I got rid of Ivory because I needed a wide receiver. And the guy who I traded away Ivory and got Cooper with, neither of us were really happy with the trade after last week.
Well,
so
yeah.
At least there's that. At least he wasn't happy also, so there's some small solace there.
Right.
So then I had a flex. So, I mean, do I flex Miller or do I flex Benjamin?
Dude, again, Miller's playing the 6th-ranked defense. He does score quite a bit. But Kevin just made a point about Jai, getting some touches. I think I would roll the dice on Benjamin there.
And it is a dice roll.
It is. But he has a wonderful matchup. And again, I don't think Miller is somebody who's an auto start.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
So,
I think I would go for the high ceiling versus whatever Miller's going to get you, 50 points maybe, or 50 yards, maybe a touchdown. I think I'd roll the dice on Benjamin having a big day.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
There you go, man.
Thanks for making up for my lack of attention this week. So,
obviously, you've had other things on your mind, and that's just fine, man. Whatever works for you.
It's all good, Hyphen. It's all good.
All right. All right. Take care, guys. Thanks.
Take care, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Later.
There goes Juicebox. Big time in the forum.
Yes.
Guy helps out a lot.
He's a moderator and does a lot of.
Yeah. And, all of our moderators are awesome.
They are great.
Help out. Thanks, fellas.
Everybody who helps.
No ladies in the moderator room.
No, we've never had any either. We have plenty of them on the forum, but
yeah, I mean, the really, really active people, we tend to
hook
bring them up to the moderator. So, ladies, get more active on the forum.
Yeah,
join the club.
Give it a shizot.
It's really not a really special club if we're in it, but if anyway. So I have no more forum, and I do have a caller. However, I have David in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Let's go to
What's going on, David in Chicago? I got these spinny.
Here we go with this stuff again.
Yeah.
Almost cursived.
You almost did. Yeah. If you're hanging on there, Dave, give us a second.
Oh, that sucks. I'll just read a question.
Yeah, you do that.
All right. Chris says, greetings, gentlemen. Use the term loosely, please. I'm in a 12-team standard scoring league. Pick a wide receiver 2 and a flex. Nate Washington, Sharknado, Martavis Bryant, and Michael Crabtree. I believe that Charkandrick was ruled out. Yes. So he is game time still. All right. Well, he's got a hammy. I got to imagine it's going to beat him up. So that's enough for me to discount him. Man, it's standard scoring. I hate to play the wide receivers. If Nato plays, you definitely play him. If not, it's Bryant and Crabtree. I don't trust Nate Washington yet.
Yeah.
Now, if Nato does play, do you play him over Bryant or Crabtree? Crabtree's been awesome lately.
He has been awesome. That would be tough to do, I think.
Well, I think you sit Bryant there. He's got a terrible matchup. So I think it's Crabtree and Sharknado. If not, you sneak Bryant up in there.
Sharknado?
Mm-hmm, that's what everybody calls him now.
Nice. Let's try again with a phone call.
All right.
Let's see if we can go to David in Chicago. David, what's going on, bro?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going
Excellent,
all right.
sir.
How's it going with you?
I got a quick tight end question.
All right.
All right.
Watson or Ladarius Green. No one to receive in San Diego.
Yeah, I'd play Watson though.
Yeah, Watson has had a string of good games this year. Last week, not so much, but it was only a couple games ago they had well over 100 yards and a couple touchdowns. So, I think that his upside is much higher than Green's at this point.
Yeah, Green just doesn't catch a lot of passes when Gates plays. When Gates doesn't play, he can come in and actually do something. He scored a couple weeks in a row back in October, but since then he's got 2 passes. So I'd roll the dice on Watson stepping back into the game. He has far more upside than Ladarius Green does.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What's your feelings on playoffs? Do you like division winners or highest record?
We talking fantasy
Yeah,
here?
division winners. Division winners is usually how
fantasy.
we do it.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple wild card spots that are based on obviously your record and then your division record, and then there's a bunch of tiebreakers there, points scored, points against,
Right.
a bunch of that. But yeah, we do division winners. We usually have 4 divisions. Everything except for our Dynasty League, which has 14 teams, so we just have 2 divisions in that one, and it's a nightmare. But usually with a 12-team league, we would have 4 divisions of 3 teams, and the winners automatically get in. The 2 highest get first-round buys, and then the 2 best other teams would sneak in as well. So that would give us a 16 playoff. So half of the league makes the playoffs, and we have a wild card round, and then the first round bye people come in and play for the championships, and then there's obviously the unnamed bowl
Right.
at the end for all the marbles.
The loser, yeah, right. Well, the unnamed bowl. We also with our league, we make our divisions up by whoever drafted first, whoever drafted fourth, and whoever drafted ninth.
Right, 1, 4, 9,
And then
yeah. So we split them up like that.
yeah, 2, 5, 10, like that. So it's
Yeah.
so you have somebody who drafted early, somebody who drafted middle, somebody who drafted late in each division,
So try to keep it as even
so
as
that
possible.
each division is as fair as possible within itself.
Right. Oops.
So,
Drink.
yep. Yeah, there you go.
Cool. I play in like a 2-division league, and sometimes the guys start getting crabby when one division gets all the wins and the other division is real low.
They need to draft better and play better.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, listen, I get pretty crabby too, and I bitch about it quite a bit when my team sucks. But that's that's the nature of the sport.
He is
my
definitely a
friends.
little bitch when his team sucks.
I mean, nobody's happy. Nobody likes losing.
Yeah, in our Dynasty League, we have one division that has 5. Well, this was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Has 5 of the playoff. If it ended then, they would be in the playoffs. And me leading the other division.
Right.
It was the only team in my division with the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of moderated a little bit. It's 4 and
is.
2, but it happens.
It does happen.
You just try to win every week, and you know, you can't really complain about bad teams.
Yeah, if people start bitching about it, tell them to win more.
Yeah, there you go. All you need to do
Okay,
is win,
thanks,
baby.
guys.
All right.
Yeah, you're welcome, bro. Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
See you.
That's funny.
I called him Dave, but he gave his name as David. So,
Well, hopefully he knew who you were talking about.
yeah, hopefully.
Anyway, Chris wasn't done. His last one. He's in an 8-team standard scoring league for wide receiver 2, Crabtree or Martavis Bryant. We just did that one, so I'm going to go with Crabtree again and pick a flex out of Rawls, Blunt, Ingram, or Spencer Ware. Do you play Blunt or do you play Ingram or do you play Thomas Rawls? Wow. That's a tough question. Like always, you guys rock, and thank you for your always helpful advice and for your entertaining show.
Well, all right.
Oh, there's that. Is there any way we can discount any one of those right out of the gate? Because Rawls was amazing in relief earlier this year, but he's playing the number 1 ranked Steelers. Right?
Yeah. Wait a minute. The number 1 ranked Steelers?
Steelers are number 1 against the run, fantasy defense. Yeah.
You know what? They're committed to the run there. I would still play him.
All right. How about Ingram? Hasn't scored in his last 3 games, playing the 19th ranked Texans. 70 yards a game on the ground, another 30 through the air.
What are my other choices?
LeGarrette Blunt.
Wow. Against Denver.
Yeah. Or Spencer Ware, if you want to roll those dice.
Well, if Sharknado is out,
Guy has 12 carries to his belt.
I know.
Yeah.
12 really good carries to his belt. To his name.
But, before that game, he had, a carry a game. So, we got to pick one. I think I'd go with Ingram.
Yeah, I would probably go with Ingram as well. This is a time of year where you get Spencer Ware had a really great game and he could get me to the playoffs. But you know what? I'll take the steady 100-yard guy who has a decent chance of showing me a touchdown,
cracking one off,
just because he's getting the carries.
Rawls and Blunt have terrible matchups.
So I can only pick one out of those.
You can only pick one: Rawls, Blunt, Ingram, or Spencer Ware. I'm going to go with Ingram.
To me, it's close with Rawls, but I would go Ingram, Rawls, Blunt,
then Ware. Okay, fair enough.
Not that I don't think Spencer Ware could have a good game. It's just the sample size on him is small,
considerably smaller. Yes,
it is
considerably. Joe says, "Hey guys, TY for your mildly serviceable advice."
That would be thank you. I'm guessing
my car rides to and from the gym are now manageable. Well,
nice. Well,
glad to get your post workout relaxation on with Lyle and Kevin. Half point peeper, 10 team. Remember the one guy who said he used to go to fall asleep at night listening to us? Was that Mojo?
Was it?
I think it might have been Mojo. Somebody did say that.
No, I think it's Mrs. Mojo.
I know, it might be. Well, hello there. Anyway, 12 team, 10 team, half point PPR. Need help picking 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a Flizzex out of this bunch. Okay, we got Cooper, Manny Sanders, Martavis Landry, Yeldon Miller, Buck Allen, Jordan Reed. Is that Jordan Reed?
I would say Jordan Reed.
Yeah, I think he's pretty banged up.
I think he's still playing though.
Is he?
Yep.
He's pretty damn good. So he is in the conversation. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, and a flex, Kevin.
Yeldon and Miller.
Yeldon and Miller are our running backs. Okay. Can we agree that if Manny Sanders plays, he's one of the wide receivers?
We can agree.
Okay. Probably not going to play, but if he does, he's one. Would the other one be Landry or Martavis Bryant or Cooper? Now, I'm trying to remember. Didn't we start Martavis Bryant over Cooper and Landry just a minute ago?
Yeah, I would start him, and I would start Landry, and I'd flex Cooper if Sanders is out.
Okay. So we got Yeldon and Miller. We're not playing Buck Allen or Jordan Reed. Okay. I like that.
That's where I go. No, if Sanders plays, I would probably take Cooper out of the mix and play Landry and Martavis.
Okay. You don't hate it?
Yeah.
Sounds good, my man. All right, one more. Brandon says, "Hey guys, love the show. I need to start 2 running backs out of this group of 3. Already started Lacey on Thursday. It's a PPR league. Lamar Miller, D'Angelo Williams, or Thomas Rawls. One would go to the RB2 and the other one in the flex. Thanks for the advice and keep it up." We're going to keep getting this question over and over again. Do you start DWill in this situation? And it's yes. So it's really Miller or Rawls. And, Miller's been okay lately, but he's got a really bad matchup. I'm okay starting Rawls here.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup, but like I said, they're committed to the run there. They're going to find ways to get him involved.
Yep. So I think I go Rawls and DWill. And I think that'd be that, bro.
I think it could be. So here's the thing. This coming week, we're going to be back on our usual time, Wednesday night. These Saturday shows, we're looking to probably end them after the regular season.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, if you hate that idea, tweet at us and tell us you hate that idea. If you'd like to sit here and listen to us ramble about nothing, then we'd be happy to do that. We enjoy doing the show. It's just a matter of if nobody's getting anything out of it, we could do other stuff on our Saturday.
Like sleep.
Like if nobody's listening, then we might as well not do it.
Exactly right. The Fantasy Football Guys today brought to you by Foot Cardigan.
A subscription to Foot Cardigan will get your favorite person one amazing pair of whimsical socks delivered to their mailbox every month.
Yeah, that's right. You heard it. They'll remember your awesome gift every month for as long as you want them to.
Month to month, 3, 6, 9, or even 12-month prepaid subscriptions are available.
The gift that keeps on giving until it stops.
Get 10% off any Foot Cardigan subscription by going to footcardigan.com and entering promo code FANTASY during checkout.
And your favorite person will be reminded how amazing you are every single month.
That's footcardigan.com, promo code FANTASY.
And that's the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Under an hour today. Under an hour.
Well, we're at that time of year.
We are. It's crunch time. It's a weird weekend, too.
It is.
I feel like a lot of people are out of town or
a lot of games on Thursday.
Recovering.
Yeah. Not giving a rat's ass about fantasy football.
Right. Like, Juice Box is like, yeah, I didn't look at anything, so can you tell me what to do?
Yeah. And if they do care about fantasy football, they don't care about us.
Right.
Which also, I'm all right with.
Yeah, that's valid.
I get that.
That's valid. Yeah. Totally fine.
Enjoyed our Wednesday shtick on the X's and Y's podcast with John and Liz. That was cool.
Check that out if you get a chance. It was very good and would still be relevant for your fantasy games tomorrow. So
it would.
Give that a shot.
And there you have it.
Yeah,
all right, bitches, we'll be back on Wednesday with another episode of the Fantasy Football Guy.
Check out the Fantasy Hockey Guys. Check them out.
Balls.
Yeah.
Some sort.